Hello, welcome to the Packer Franchise Podcast. How are you guys doing today? I bet you guys are feeling fantastic. You bet you guys are feeling great because last night we had an unbelievable win on the road against the Chicago Bears. A great defensive battle. I know people don't like defensive games, but me personally, I enjoy them. It's old fashioned football. You know, banging heads. Just getting after the quarterback. It was a great game and a great win for the Green Bay Packers. So um, and especially, against a team which I had predicted that being the second toughest team on our schedule at Chicago. That's such a huge win for us, and I'm really glad we got the victory. We were sloppy on offense a little bit, um, which I expected to happen during this game because offense starters didn't play throughout the preseason. So I'm like, you may never know what's going to happen with this offense in this game. People predicted us to lose, which I could see that. Even I was a little bit iffy. In the end, I said Packers 24-20 because I'm like, this team will be ready, and they were ready. But still a lot of work to be done. Obviously, the Green Bay Packers have gotten a sweet victory against their rivals, the Bears, to start the season. Let's get started with some positives and negatives. I'll start with the negatives effect of the game. I mean, obviously, a win's a win. I'm happy with the win, but not all wins are pretty. The number one thing as a negative is the offensive line. And I get it. We play against Chicago Bears defense, the best defense in the league. I mean, I don't think any other offensive lineman is going to stop Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Leonard Floyd, all them guys. I don't think anybody on the offensive lineman is going to stop that. But the offensive line was brutal in the first quarter and even in the third quarter too. Watching that game, I honestly thought Aaron wasn't going to survive after that first quarter. I mean, he was getting killed back there. He couldn't have enough time to find people. The best scenario was just hand off to Aaron Jones, but by the time he gets the ball to Aaron Jones, here comes the Bears defense. But yeah, the offensive line was just brutal to watch in the first quarter and the third. Aaron Rodgers, he was just like a sitting duck back there with no help blocking. But it did improve throughout the game. In the even quarters, like second and fourth quarter, it improved. That's pretty much one negative I took away from this game. The second negative, back to the offensive line, holding. There's a play, it was third down and 5 or something like that. Aaron Rodgers got a first down and holding against David Bakhtiari. And no, it wasn't against Corey Linsley because the broadcasters Al Michaels corrected the ref that he said it was actually Bakhtiari who got to hold. So we need to improve the holding a little bit. Nothing too major. I mean, we had like 10 penalties that game too, so it was pretty brutal. Another. There's not really a bunch of. I mean, it's really hard to come up with negatives in a big win. The cons are very low in this game. There are some cons, but not many. Matt LaFleur, I will have to question his challenge. I get why he challenged it. It may seem like it was but it just wasn't too much information to determine like, hey, that's pass interference. So I'll let that slide, but think better with the challenge and think better in a situation in game 2. I wouldn't want to try to waste time out with a 4-point lead. Like in the third quarter, so. But all right, that's the cons of the game, the negatives. Let's start with the positives. I mean, listen, let's give this Packer defense a round of applause. Wow. When was the last time on the road that a Packers defense played that it didn't allow a touchdown? I said on the road, because I know people are going to say the Bills game, but I mean, ever since Mike Penton came into this organization for Green Bay, it seemed like the Packers defense just clicked. And people are saying, oh, it's the players, all that. And yes, give credit to the players. I mean, especially Za'Darius Smith, Preston Smith with the game-sealing sack, and Adrian Amos, which was supposed to be the game-sealing INT, but, the play call at the end. Not play calling, just it was great play calling, but just badly executed. But I just want to discuss too with this defense. But yeah, Mike Penn has done a great job, building this defense. And honestly, I was so happy when we got them back in 2018. People hated him because he was on the Browns, which just because you're on a Browns team doesn't mean you're bad. I mean, and everyone loves Mike Penn. So I hope this defense keeps up, though. I mean, we have bigger, tougher tasks coming up. We got a really big one coming up with Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs with Kirk Cousins at the quarterback. Definitely a lot better than Mitchell Trubisky, so I hope these guys are ready to go for it again in the opener. It's a rematch of the roughing the passer game, so I'm excited for that one. Let's catch up with stats real quick. Aaron Rodgers, 18 for 30, 203 yards and a touchdown. I thought that was pretty good, knowing this man had no preseason experience with a new head coach. On the road against the number one defense in the league. I think I'll take those stats. I mean, especially when you're playing a number one defense, you're not going to be like 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. But yeah, I'll take those stats honestly. But yeah, Aaron was rusty in the first quarter, and he just went on Aaron Rodgers mode. Big plays, small plays turn into decent plays. Yeah, so the bad man's back. Marquez Valdes-Scantling had a nice game, 4 catches for 52 yards. He had that big play to set up the touchdown, 47 yards from Rodgers to MVS. Great catch. Someone mentioned, too, that, back to Aaron Rodgers for a sec, that his arm strength went down a bit, especially against the Hail Mary throw and the MVS throw. I think, I don't know if Aaron panicked or a little bit. I mean, nothing too worried about, honestly. Just something I want to point out. Adrian Amos had a pick against his former team, and in my opinion, the most valuable player of the game is a punter. And some people might think that's funny, but it's really not. Punters are really important in this game too. J.K. Scott, man, the 5th round pick, I think last year from Alabama. It was last year, but I think it was 5th round. But dude had a tremendous game. 9 punts for 428 total yards, and 5 of them were inside of 20. All that information with the J.K. Scotts from the Packer page. Give him a follow. And all the rest of the stats are brought to you by a Bleacher Report. But J.K. Scott, especially against, after the game, should have been game sealing INT, Green Bay run, pass dropped, run. And I'm thinking to myself, well, defense going to do it again. And J.K. Scott booted a nice 63-yarder well about inside the 10, and that's how Green Bay's defense finished it off. It was an impressive punt, but like most of these punts were like well within. I mean, I see on the screen 5 inside of 20. That's pretty good. But yeah, J.K. Scott's my MVP on this game. Honestly, he did terrific. And overall as a team, the Green Bay Packers made a statement that, hey, we're not going to be pushing around like last year. I mean, and I get it, it's week one. It's week one, so I know all the fans, the Bears fans, be like, well, what happened last time you guys beat us in week one last year? Yeah, but this is a new season. And no, I'm not saying Green Bay is going to probably be 16-0 or I don't even know what's going to happen with this Green Bay team. I just hope they keep it up. Right now it's looking promising. But like I said, we got way more opponents to go, and it's only week one, so let's hope we adjust and improve. But yeah, overall, great performance. Especially the defense, man. I can't get enough of that defense. I was watching, I'm just like, pinch me. I mean, I've never seen a Green Bay defense just. And that's the one thing too. Back to the road thing. Yeah, we got a road game out of the way. We won a road game after only winning one last year at the Jets. We finally got a road game win, and hopefully this improves the next road game, which is Week 5 at Dallas, which the defense is gonna have a much tougher task with Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I got really nothing going. Tune in to Sunday after the Vikings game. I will have Frank's Titletown on my podcast to discuss the Week 2 matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and Green Bay Packers. That should honestly be a great game at Lambeau Field. Speaking of tough tasks, defense is up for Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs. My final thoughts on this game, great win. Matt LaFleur did a fantastic job coaching. I wish he would have went for a 4th down and 4, showed that little bit of aggressiveness, but it's okay. I understand. You can't be aggressive all the time, which I respect. But yeah, I mean, great win. Rodgers played nice for being a better defense. Defense played a standing. J.K. Scott MVP and Mason Crosby 1-for-1 on field goals and 1-for-1 extra point, redeemed himself. So yeah, overall well-rounded team win. Enjoy your Victory Friday and Victory Weekend, and enjoy some football, guys. Enjoy some football on Sunday and Saturday, stress-free, especially if you're a Packers fan, because nothing beats watching football knowing that your team won the game Thursday. So, alrighty, guys, tune in to Sunday for Frank's Titletown. He'll be on my podcast, so excited to have him. And alrighty, guys, enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And go Pack, go! 1-0, baby. On to the next one.